So I'm last. Thank you for waiting till the last presentation. My name is Ayad and the founder and CEO of SpeakingPal. We're living in a global world where English has become the language of globalization, and I'm going to talk with you for a few minutes about English language learning. We all have our native language, and then we learn English as a second language. Mine is Hebrew. I guess most of you are native English speakers. So you may not know that there are only 5% native English speakers around the world. It's about 340 million native English speakers out of 7 billion. So the poor rest of us needs to bridge that gap from our own language to the global discussion if we want to join, right? And we do that from early age. Can you please run this short video? Very short, don't worry. And we do that mostly in school, at classes. The real problem with class is that the students don't have much opportunities to speak. The teacher would speak, and then maybe one brave student will raise hand and say something for a minute. So they learn the 3 skills and not practice speaking English. After school, it's even worse. You have no opportunities at all to speak, right? So around the world, people go after school to a private school just to practice English, or like in Israel, mostly to a private teacher. Can you run this, please?
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
No. Let's break it down. I would
Would
weird
Okay, so they are great actors, but it actually looks like that, okay? And we are trying to help that problem, and we introduced a virtual personal English tutor and try to take it as close as it gets to actually working with a real private teacher. And to make my life more fun, I'll just try to show you a live demo, right? It's a small risk, but hope it will be worth it. I'm the last row. Can you please switch to the... Yeah. Oh. You can't hear the voice, right? So I'll try without it. Let's try again. Can you run the sound of this? I told you I'll take a small risk. No, not with the 7, sorry. You see? Okay, I'll read both. I'll read both tasks, okay, both roles, and you know that there's a real native speaker at the front. Are you enjoying your meal? No, my hamburger is cold and undercooked. That's me. I'm so sorry to hear that. Can I bring you something else? I want another hamburger. I'm sorry, that was our last one. Then can you cook this one for longer? The chef just went out for her lunch break. Can she buy me a hamburger while she's out? Okay, so it's always a short practice, and the first part meant to give me confidence. Okay, I can actually speak. There are stars, but I can speak and get, even if it's a 1 star. I practiced a lot not to be embarrassed, but it's okay. Just get your confidence that you can speak. And then, of course, you can see the color. My hamburger is as bad as the actor, of course. And I can get, of course, my pronunciation tips with videos, and we don't have much time. You can all try it later, and it worked until here, so let's please switch back to the... Okay, and I just made a backup that we don't need. So we have an English learning solution, mostly English-speaking courses, but also a test preparation. It's online, but it's a multi-platform, but focused on mobile devices. We use heavily, of course, speech recognition technology for that. I was speaking now with our servers somewhere in the world, and it's specified specifically for non-native speakers. We have a lot of video to create this experience of natural speaking with a real person, not just interacting with content, but interacting with a person. And it is being used blended in classes and also as a self-learning, as homework after the class. Imagine you can give a homework to speak or just by self-learning users. We also have the test preparation where we added the speaking as a skill that you can prepare. Most real-life changing tests have a speaking component in them, and for levels from elementary to university. We won many awards in the US, the South by Southwest, but also in other small countries around the world, and also by some small companies like Qualcomm and Sony and others for the technology. It seems very simple, but there's a lot of technology at the background to make this happen. We're globally used in over 200 different countries, so many different accents, which is a huge challenge for the native speaker. No training, no anything. More than 5 million users, from consumers to ministries of education around the world. We recently even added a teacher training course because we realized when it's at school, the teachers that love it, they don't have the tools. They were never trained to teach with a device, with a digital tool. So we actually introduced an online teacher training course just to help them manage some skills and methodologies for that. We sell mostly B2B, but it's available for B2C and widely used around the world, and also license some of the technology to other English language learning companies. We're in Israel. Most of what we do is technology, so we're heavily with technology from speech recognition, deep learning, and adaptive networks. That's our background is the networks, and it's a cloud service, as I said. You can do it on any device, anywhere. We're a team of experts. We had to struggle ourselves with learning the language, so we know how it feels, but we have a Canadian that is a native speaker to help us make it right and not teach Hebrew English to the world. Thank you very much.